Well, good day, my friends. It's your old pal, Jordan the Lion. How are you all doing today? I hope you said great. That was not a clickbait title. That is actually what this video is about. I wrote to some celebrities, whether it be directors, actors, anyone in the entertainment industry, athletes, singers, guitarists. I went on StarTiger.com, got, I think it's $5.95, so less than $6 a month, a subscription, which gives you access to many of the celebrities who I wrote to, their addresses that you can or that they respond to. It's also a really helpful website because it allows people like me and people that subscribe to update and say whether they got a response or if they got a response that said they expect cash or something like that. So that's what we're going to be doing today. 3 weeks before I left on my last trip, 20 people a week I wrote to. So what I do for mine is I send out 8x10s. I print them from home, so I buy a 100 pack of photo paper on Amazon for about $15 or $16. Then I buy a 100 pack of these, which are cardboard mailers. I like these because they prevent your photos from getting bent. You can get 100 of these for about $33. And then I also buy a 100 pack of these, which are 9x12. Or no, these are 10x13. This is 9x12 because this needs to be able to slide into that for you to send it off. So that's basically what I do. I buy 100 of these, they're about $30. So I've shown you videos before where I've bought grab bags from companies where you get 1 to 5 autographs, and those can be anywhere from $100 to $500. So this one came in about 200 bucks to send out to 60 people. And yeah, I used the resources online. I didn't write to people only if they respond. I wrote to people that I wanted a response from, so it could be anybody. If you want to participate, go on Amazon to buy your resources. I always use, if I'm sending 1 or 2 photos, I do 3 stamps out and 3 stamps back. This should always be your return. This should always be coming back to you. So I don't ever put a return address. I put the address I want it to come to, but I don't do like a if undeliverable, because I'm hoping that they'll just keep trying my address. So if I do anything more than 2 8x10 photos, and the reason I do that, I'll use 4 stamps each way. The reason I do sometimes more than 2 is not to be greedy, but you just never know what people are willing to sign and what they won't. Like with Francis Ford Coppola, I know that he generally will sign 1 per person. Sometimes it takes 3 or 4 years to get it back. But that being said, I don't know if he'll sign a photo of himself or something from his project. So I sent a photo of him and a photo of the movie poster of The Outsiders. So hope you enjoy this vlog. Let's see who wrote us back. Daze with Jordan the Lion and you all. It begins right now. Let's see what kind of fun we have today. This first one, I know who it is because they put their name on the return label. This is a good one. This one I looked it up, I sent it back in October. So it wasn't too long. But I only remember sending 1 photo. Looks like there's more than 1. Oh, awesome. Sebastian. John Sebastian from The Lovin' Spoonful. Looks like he added this one himself. That's great. That's very cool. So John Sebastian, that's a great one. Of course, he did the Welcome Back Kotter theme song. Why'd you have to be so, or you didn't have to be so nice, and all those great Lovin' Spoonful songs. He actually was at Woodstock, so that's what that photo is. That's his own tie-dyed outfit that he tie-dyed himself. He said he was off in California and learned how to tie-dye, so he had tie-dyed his tent, tie-dyed his suit and everything, and then decided to go to Woodstock. He was not invited there's a performer, he was just there hanging out, and on day 2, they couldn't find anybody to go on. So his friend said, John, you got to go on. John said, I don't want to go on. I don't even have a guitar. So he went over to Tim Hardin, borrowed a guitar from Tim Hardin, and then had John Sebastian go out and play. And John did 5 songs and went down in history as one of the legendary performers at Woodstock. Did 5 really great songs and then ended up making his home in Woodstock. I think he said he moved there in the 70s and has lived in Woodstock, New York ever since. So that's the one I sent from Woodstock. And he was nice enough to include a free one, kind of a more updated one. But he does, last I saw, I know he auctioned off this set of clothing, I want to say like a year ago. But he still does performances in New York, like at Woodstock. He plays at like the library for special events, fundraisers. Very cool return. And who doesn't like the Welcome Back Kotter theme song? My gosh, it's one of the catchiest theme songs of all time. If you hear that noise, that's Jaw drinking his water in the background. Now this one's kind of exciting because this one has international postage, and I've said before, if you haven't caught it, when you have international postage, you can't send your own postage from the US because it won't work coming back. You have to have that country's postage. So I've only sent out 3 or 4 international. The first one I sent, I haven't got back yet, but I included a check. And when I put that on Star Tiger, someone said, hey, you don't have to send a check. Usually the people in the other countries are nice enough just to cover the shipping for you. So I don't know who this is, but I'm excited. Okay, I sent this, which was a photo of Abba, and it did not get signed. But looks like they included a signed photo. Oh, is that Bjorn? Looks like. So they sent a signed photo anyway. I was not an Abba fan, even though my best friend is Swedish. He's tried to convert me into an Abba fan forever. But years ago when I went to his wedding in Sweden, he booked us, like he lived on an island in Sweden. I'm just gonna see if there's, oh, there are extras. Excellent. Oh, excellent. Wow. So he lived on an island in Sweden, but we had to fly into Stockholm and take another flight from there. So when I flew back after the wedding, I had a day in Stockholm to go vlogging, and I went to their museum and I was blown away. They had so many of their costumes and musical instruments and all those things that hearing the music and seeing everything in front of me made me a fan. So that's kind of cool. Did not get the group photo signed like I was trying to, but that was very nice to have a response. 3 different signed photos. And yes, indeed, they did cover the shipping for me. I didn't know, I had seen people had sent group photos and had gotten them signed, so I was kind of hoping that that would be the case, but I'm pretty happy with this. That's pretty cool. All the way from Sweden. All right, our next one. Oh, nice! The King, George Strait. Look at that. Yeah, George Strait has been returned. I saw that his management has a posting on, I think it's on his website, that says George likes to sign autographs for his fans, so please only send one, and don't ask for a bunch of questions to be answered or anything. Just please send a photo and George will sign it and send it back to you. So That is cool. That is a great photo of him too. That's the one that was my favorite one I could find, and even personalized it to me. That is a great addition to my country music collection. Wow. George Strait, wow. Man, he's like definitely a legend. No doubt about it. That is cool. That is very cool. All right, our next one. Got 3 stamps, so it's either 1 or 2 photos. Two photos. And Paul O'Neill. This was one of my all-time favorite baseball players growing up. He was a Cincinnati Red. He actually lives here in Florida, so I was hoping that this was coming back somewhere close to him, he would sign it. But I told him I was an old school fan back when it was him and Nick Asaski and Dave Parker, Eric Davis, Barry Larkin, Chris Sabo, all those guys. And he ended up leaving after they won the 1990 World Series, which was my team. And he went to the Yankees and played, I think, the rest of his career for the Yankees, and was in a very famous Seinfeld episode. So I sent him a second photo from Seinfeld, and he signed it. And it's where Kramer knows a little boy who's sick in the hospital, and the kid wants Paul O'Neill to hit him some home runs. And so Kramer tells him that he's talked to Paul O'Neill, and he got Paul O'Neill to agree to do 2 home runs. And the kid says, "No, I want 3 home runs." So Kramer has to go and beg Paul O'Neill to try and hit 3 home runs for this kid. But in the end, he does end up doing it. And they're doing it because they're giving away a signed card to this kid as a gift, and he needs it back for George. So that's really cool that Paul O'Neill signed both a Reds and a Yankees photo, and especially that this one was from Seinfeld. So that goes really, really nice with my Seinfeld collection. You can see the signature is right there. Thank you, Paul O'Neill, man. That was awesome. And that only took like a week. All right, our next one, I'm excited because I know who this is. This actually had the letter that I wrote. He taped it to the thing and sent it back with the letter that I wrote on the outside, so I removed that. I don't know if he signed this stuff, but if he did, it's gonna be epic. And it was super quick too. I sent this out, I wanna say less than 2 weeks ago. Uh-oh. Oh, no, none of them signed, it doesn't look like. Oh, wow, Robert Duvall returned them all unsigned. I'm shocked. That's one of the few times I had seen that he was signing stuff through the mail. That is a bummer. I wonder why. Huh. Well, bummer. We got a fail on Robert Duvall. That's crazy. I had seen people that had success with him send in 2 or 3 photos, so that's a bummer. That's crazy. Why not just do a return to sender? All right, let's see what we have in here. Now I'm gonna be worried. Like, will this one be signed? This one is coming back from Chubby Checker. Oh, that's a nice one. Look at that. Beautiful. Chubby Checker to Jordan. Wow. He's a legend. I know he's up for Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Thank you, Chubby Checker. I don't think I sent more than one because that was just too perfect. Yep. Thank you, Chubby Checker. All right, our next one. This is kind of confusing because I've received something from them before and I waited for like 6 months, so they might have accidentally sent me a second one. I can't imagine what else it would be if it wasn't. But I will be, if it is who I think it is, I'll be happy to have 2. And this one is one I actually did not send this white envelope. I just emailed them and they said, yeah, we'll send you a signed photo and they ended up covering all the shipping. So here we have a signed photo, 8x10 publicity photo of Cyndi Lauper. That's so nice that she does this. That is awesome. Actually, the last time when they sent me one from her before, it was signed in gold, and now we have one signed in silver. Very cool. Same photo too, so I think this is her preferred photo that she likes to send out. Wow, big thank you, Cyndi. That is huge, because I know this was her retirement tour this past year.